Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I just want to talk briefly about a new game that's coming called KINSHFT, brought to you by some of the minds behind Marvel's Contest of Champions, Marvel's Relevant Champions. We've got some pretty cool people working on this game, and they did a live stream not too long ago, and that showed off a lot of stuff. They gave a lot of information about the game. They showed off what I'm going to show you today as I kind of talk through everything. And I'll have some links and everything in the description below for you to check out if you're interested in this. Some pretty cool concepts here. So let's go ahead and jump into it. But first, before we do, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with the latest in mobile gaming, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. So I'm just going to go ahead and play this muted in the background, talk about KINSHFT a little bit. So like I was saying, some of the minds behind Marvel Contest of Champions, this new studio, What If Games, is putting together this game here. This is KINSHFT, and this is an extremely early, I wouldn't even say gameplay, but just an extremely early look at what the world is going to look like, what movement's going to look like. A few times during the interview with Gabriel, as well as Greg and Gabriel mentioning during the live stream too, the combat mechanics, they keep describing it as something akin to Hades and this other game. I can't remember what the other game is. So when we take a look at that, it seems to be some sort of action RPG type game. We do know that it's going to be mobile. They do want to get this to multiple platforms, mobile console and PC. We did learn through this live stream that it'll be controller friendly. Since they wanted to put it on PC and console, that makes sense. But that controller, maybe it's going to work across all three, so you can play controller on your phone as well. More and more games are doing that, which I think is very cool. Just gives another way for us to play if we just want to sit it down, not do the phone, and we want to use a controller. I think it's pretty cool. There's a lot of things, like I said, that they discussed here. We know it's going to be an action RPG. We know that this spans multiple eras. So you got 3 family members, each in a different era. And as you're moving through this game, like this tree right here that you see, this tree is kind of like a focal point in the game across the different eras and exists in all 3 times. So it's kind of like a point of reference they called out. I can't remember exactly what they called it, but they've got some pretty interesting characters in here and some gameplay ideas on how to solve puzzles. Like there's one in here where you have to get an item and you've got to store it in a safe place so that it will make it to, like, from Nova here to her mother Naomi, and they're like, what, they're thousands of years apart. So you got to find these places in the game that's going to last, that are the same in both eras. So you got combat in this game. You've got puzzle solving in this game. You've also got this story and this dynamic amongst this family who's been in space for so long. They went into this cryo sleep, and then they got separated by thousands and thousands of years. So what does that story look like? There's also something about a brother we know nothing about, and I think that's part of the story as well. I think a cool concept in this game is being able to influence time both forward and backward. They touch a little bit on that. There was some conversation around crossplay and things. So again, very, very early. And as you can see, as far as concept goes and where they are, they do expect this game to launch next year. So we'll keep a close eye on that. If you want to help support them, they do have a Kickstarter. I'll have some links in the description below if it's something that you want to take a look at. Look at kind of what backers, if you're familiar with Kickstarter, different price points and different benefits that you get, including a copy of the game and some other cool stuff that happens. So if it's something that you're interested in and you want to help with, definitely take a look at that as well. But I'm super interested in this, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it. And as we get information like this to share, I will share with all of you in case that you're interested in keeping an eye on the progress of this game as well. All right, everybody, that's what I had for you. Just wanted to share this with you. Again, I'll have links to this full live stream if you want to take a look at it. I encourage you taking a look at it because there's a lot of information. So if you're super interested in it, you're going to get a pretty clear idea of the intent. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that what we see here and what is intended in the game may not be the final result, because I'm sure it's going to go through a ton of iterations and ideas and polishing over the next year, just like any game does. But these are early thoughts on what they expect the game to look like and what they like to do. All right, everybody, that's what I had for you. As always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions on the comment section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.